Hello, and welcome back. We're going to talk next a little bit about what a test cross is. Okay, Mendel used this when he was experimenting with his peas. And what really the test cross does is it allows you to determine something that is an unknown genotype. Okay? And the example I've got, oh, that got terribly squeaky. Let's see if we got another green going on here. So an unknown genotype. Okay? And the way we're going to do this, okay, you're always going to cross your unknown to the homozygous recessive trait. Okay? So with the example I've got in the PowerPoints, coat color in dogs, dominant coat color is black. Recessive coat color is going to be chocolate, or brown if you prefer, okay? So what we would have, for example, if we have a black dog, we know its phenotype because we can see the coat color. But what we don't know is that dog's genotype, because the black dog could either be homozygous recessive, or I'm sorry, homozygous dominant, or the black dog could be heterozygous. So, homozygous dominant or heterozygous. And the way we could determine the genotype of that particular dog would be by crossing the black dog to a chocolate dog, okay? So we want to cross to the homozygous recessive. And in this case, genotypically, we would put that as little b, okay? So I have two Punnett squares here. All right, and from that we can predict what will happen, okay? We're going to cross our unknown to our homozygous recessive. So our homozygous recessive can only contribute the little b for an allele, okay? Our unknown, we know, has to have a dominant allele, okay? But what we don't know is if the other allele is also dominant or if it's recessive, all right? But by looking at the offspring from these crosses, we'll be able to determine that. Because if our dog is homozygous dominant, if our black dog is homozygous dominant, what you'll notice, all right, is that all of the offspring are going to be black dogs. All right? But if what we have is the black dog is heterozygous for coat color, then what we would see is 50% or half of our dogs would be black, 50% would be chocolate. Okay? And we can express this, if you want to, as a ratio also. Okay? You're going to have, in terms of 50-50, you've got 1-to-1. Okay? As far as ratio. 100%, it's no longer a ratio, it's 100%, okay? But with our crosses, if we set up matings, so we mate our black dog to our chocolate dog, if all of the dogs come out black, we know that that black dog then is going to be homozygous dominant. If we get any chocolate dogs at all, we know that that black dog has to be heterozygous for the coat color trait, okay? Because that's the only way we can get chocolate dogs out is if the black dog contributed a recessive allele, okay? So test cross can be used to determine an unknown genotype. There'll be some other examples of test crosses in the homework. But that's basically how the test cross works. Just remember, you always have to cross to the homozygous recessive trait to determine the unknown. All right? Hopefully that made sense. Thank you for your attention.